Podcast live as always. The battle over the postal service, COVID clusters on campus, and an arrest finally made in the murder of Jam Master Jay. Next on Straight to Tape. Let's get started. Giving you a slice of unapologetic conversation. Welcome to Straight to Tape. My name is C. Perry Elizia II, the Mr. Fantastic of Podcasters Fantastic Four. First, the comedian, professional joke slinger, Tico de Gallo. What's good, Tico?
You know, people talk it. I live it all day, every day. I keep it 1,000. That's 100 with an extra zero because that's about how many fucks I'm going to give today.
Today? Man, that sound about normal. And the first lady of S2T, the quintessential hip hop mom, Keisha with a Y. What's good, Key?
Hey. I'm cute. I'm smart and I cuss a lot.
Yeah.
It increased to a lot.
Yeah, a lot, a whole lot up in this piece.
There's a lot
And
to cuss about nowadays.
yeah, there is, and we're going to be going into some stuff that we're probably going to curse a lot about, but you should enjoy it. And as always, our social media assassin number one, Rob Maximus. What's good, big man?
Hey, man, as usual, you know, I'm in the building. I'm here live in effect, ruggedly handsome, geekishly intelligent. I am the chosen one here to bring a balanced perspective. I am the intellectual teddy bear. And yes, we about to do this damn thing.
Did this motherfucker just call himself the intellectual teddy bear?
Motherfucker,
gets
build
no
a bear.
better.
Motherfucker, build a bear. It just gets better and better.
It gets no better than that.
I know. It sounds like merch, guys. Sounds like merch.
He just stuck
Yes.
a brain,
Yes.
stuck a brain inside his build a bear. That's what's up.
And of course, our permanent guest host, the comedian himself, and the host of Intelligently Ratchet, which you can check out on Facebook Live, and you guys on YouTube as well, right?
Yes, sir. We are on YouTube.
Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Bishop Omega. What's good, Bishop?
Thank you. I want to just say that, the stupidest part of Africa produced blacks that brought you algebra. That's what I'm saying. That's what's going on. Shout out to Nas on that one.
Yes.
Your name's regular today. Are you feeling
I just
okay?
noticed that. I just noticed that myself.
You know?
I couldn't come up thing. I was regular last week, so I was like, fuck it. Was lazy.
Nigga, you weren't on the show last
You were on the
week.
show last week.
I'm talking about for Intelligently Ratchet. I put it up there
Oh,
for Intelligently
Oh.
Ratchet.
I'm on that show too, y'all.
Key is one of the female hosts of Intelligently Ratchet. Congratulations in rotation. She's in rotation.
I'm on rotation.
I popped in on the scene.
Yo, that was hilarious.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
did
yeah,
get on
that
after my eyes were shut and you were like, put me on. You were probably put me on, and I.
That's all right, damn it. I'm gonna start
I fell
popping up. Now that you know infiltrated and swipe key from us.
Right.
Oh, hell.
You understand what I'm saying? I tried for 3 weeks to put a monkey wrench in that shit, but it didn't happen. No, it's all good.
No,
Hey,
I mean, it's like this, but no, but see, what the thing is that what makes Intelligently Ratchet much better, you know what I'm saying? I want to also say that I am also the Silver Surfer, sometimes friend, sometimes foe of the show. Since y'all the Fantastic Four. But I want to say this right here. But we always do it a little bit better because we got 3 women. You know what I'm saying, on our show. So you know what I mean. That's what it is. Ha ha. How about that?
Listen,
Boom. And they all cute in the face.
At any moment, nigga. We can call up some women and replace your little square like right like that. Like that.
Listen.
I don't really like that dynamic.
No. It's all Bishop.
Ixnay on the itch bay. Ixnay on the itch bay.
You like being the only one. She like them we only. But see, that's what I'm saying.
Nestle right in the middle too. I see. Hey, so yeah, Intelligently Ratchet, man. Y'all got to check that out on Wednesday nights, man.
Most definitely.
It is intelligent and it's ratchet. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, you know,
the questions were bugged out, yo.
It's a very, very entertaining show.
And you, Rob, you talk about me like turned off my camera like multiple times during that show. I'm like, I have to leave.
I counted 5 times. 5 times. Just like that. Counted 5 times. I gotta go.
Really? I got to go.
Oh man, it'd be so hilarious. We was talking about the foots.
Yeah.
What is it called? Foots or fetuses? That was hilarious.
Really?
Yo.
And Joe Budden running for president.
Yes.
Really? Yeah, gotta go.
Oh man.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, look, make sure you're following us on our social media platforms. That's what's scrolling at the bottom. Okay.
Hey P, they're obviously following because they're watching the show.
Okay.
They need to share so their friends and their friends' friends can follow. So share the show. Share the stream right now, y'all. Share the stream. Let's get some people in here.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like me when I have threesomes, you know what I'm saying? Break bread.
You said when you have threesomes, but it's only when it's only you.
When it's only me. I have to tell my left hand, break bread, son. Break bread.
Yeah. Make sure, look, guys, for all of our ladies and greatest, when you go to our social media platforms, make sure you're hitting that link, the link tree, okay? So you can see all the stuff we got going on. Now, what's going on now is we're going to start on today's show.
We can't do that, P. We have something.
Why not?
Because.
Because what you got, Tico?
Last week, P came in and sucker punched me last week.
Moi?
Yes, you did.
I sucker punch you how?
With the shirt.
Kapow.
With the shirt game, you sucker punched me. I was already trained up for Rob. Rob sprained his ankle. He sprained his ankle.
His ankle.
My ankle. And he couldn't fight, so I had to go against you. So now I'm going against everybody. I don't give a shit. Yes, it's the ankle. It's the hand. It looks like the ankle.
Right.
So, on that note, for you all,
Okay.
You bastard.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't particularly like you right now, but you still my boy. But yeah, okay. Yeah, that's kind of hot. That's kind of hot fire. I mean, okay. I really did this for Fee, but she's not feeling well today. You know what I'm saying?
Feel better, Fee. Feel better.
Our beloved and very valuable staff member, Fee. You got to be into music and into vintage music to appreciate this, what I got on right now. So, little backstory, a few weeks ago, we did the Philly Straight to Tape playlist on Spotify. Go check it out because it's fire. Ooh, and Fee and I I think we were amongst I don't know, I think everybody contributed, but basically it was me and Fee that were talking up that Philadelphia International. So, you know what I'm saying? I got to just give y'all the, you know what I'm saying? Give y'all the Philadelphia International records. You feel me? You feel me? Gambling huff. And look at the turntable effect, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You feel me? Philadelphia International Records.
I like it.
Complete with the arm patch. You feel me? I gotta
Oh,
get the flex on you. Get the flex on you.
Oh,
You know
yo,
what I'm
flex
saying?
again, flex again, flex again. Yeah.
He out here.
Yes.
Yeah.
stand on up, Pete. Stand on up.
Serious.
I'm not brocking a new shirt, man. I mean, I got a rerun in, but I mean, if you don't want to check it out, I'll be happy to share it. I know who I'm voting for this week, but look,
Joe Buttons.
look, nah, y'all see,
Yeezy.
all I'm doing is rocking #1 Soul Brother, or better yet, Soul Brother Records. Shouts out to Pete Rock. That's the hip hop moms, boo. Exactly.
Hey, boo.
Nice.
So if you want to decide
Wait,
on who,
I have a cup.
show off your cup.
Yeah.
One big freaking ray of sunshine. I mean, this is the t-shirt battle, but that's a cute cup.
Right.
That's a
That
cute
is.
cup.
Cute cup.
We love the cup.
I have a t-shirt too, niggas.
Oh yeah, we've seen that before. Yeah, we've seen it.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Andre 3000
Okay,
joint.
never mind. It's a rerun.
But that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got as usual. I got one in the chamber.
There you go again.
Crispy in the plastic.
With the
Crispy
package.
merch.
Here we go again
Crispy
with the
merch.
I got one in the chamber, and I have another one that is got messed up in the USPS. We'll be talking about that later, of course.
Next, actually,
My replacement is coming. So I got one in the chamber and one on the way. So yeah,
Transit.
the battle continues.
ladies and gentlemen, drop on as it relates to our t-shirt wars. Thank you, Thurman. Drop who you think is this week's winner. Go ahead and drop it in the comment section, and we'll try to remember at the end of the show to tally them up and see who's actually won today.
Yeah, we didn't do that last time, did we?
No, we didn't. We didn't.
And if y'all got dope t-shirts, if you're watching, just send them.
Send them.
Yeah.
Send them
I wear extra large to a 2X. Fee, and get Fee one too. Even though she needs clothes. You know what I'm saying? She needs clothes due to her sickness.
All right, ladies and
That's my
gentlemen.
best friend.
I'm gonna do that.
Really, man.
We
doing that hipper shit. We doing that hipper shit again this week. We doing that.
Yo, that's how y'all did. Y'all did me dirty last week. First of all,
That was me. That was all me.
I tried.
It was me, my fault.
Y'all, you guys suck. Okay, you know what I mean. If a man has a little bit of bubble guts, then I don't want that out there in the joint. You know what I'm saying? It was coming out me like lava. Let's move on to the show. Oh, also,
that was my fault.
We forgot to say it was happy birthday, Kobe Bryant, man. Today would be Kobe Bryant's birthday.
42nd birthday.
Yes. Happy heavenly birthday to Kobe Bryant.
42. 20, turn it backwards, 24. Numeration.
Oh, he done got spooky deep on us. He done got spooky deep.
There we go. Don't get woke on us too quick. Not yet.
Tom Hanks still missing.
Shut up, Tico. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started on today's show.
Yes.
Yeah, one thing definitely dominating the news cycle is the battle for the United States Postal Service.
We're all for it all.
Is it a battle?
I would consider it a battle. I would consider it a battle. Okay.
Stamps went up. It's a battle.
I feel like it's a complete setup.
Right.
And they caught like.
And now remember last week, I mean, a lot of photos were making their rounds around social media with boxes being taken up and being taken out and taken out of rotation. Okay. And a lot of people, a lot of people feel that with the bigger push to mail-in votes, that this is one of those, hey, let's slow things down so all the votes won't come in. All right. Now, the Postmaster General, Mr. Lavoie, Okay. Now I know on Tuesday, he stated that the changes in operations with the United States Postal Service were going to be delayed until after the election amid bipartisan outcry. Okay. While at the same time, of course, the president was defending the actions of the agency, and in a statement that the Postmaster Louis DeVoy put out last week, to avoid even the appearance of any impact on election mail, I am suspending these initiatives until after the election is concluded.
So what was your first thought when you read that quote?
Uh,
I mean, he's taken multiple blue mailboxes away. He's
multiple.
taken hundreds of sorters that can sort 35,000 pieces of mail in an hour, right?
Yep.
What was your first thought when he suspended all additional changes? But what was your first thought when you heard that quote?
My first thought was the outcry was too high. Okay, you're hearing it on both sides. You're hearing it from the left, and you're hearing it from the right. More importantly, you're hearing it from people that aren't even thinking about election mail. Okay, you're hearing a lot about election mail, but also, with the slowdown now, keep in mind, Louis DeJoy is not a career United States postal person.
At
Okay,
all.
at
At
all.
all.
Those that have served traditionally, that have served in the position, were people that worked their way up the rank in the postal service to gain that position. Yep. Mr. DeJoy is a donor. Okay, he's a major donor.
He does not have the credentials to be in the position that he's in.
Exactly.
At all.
Exactly.
At all. At all. I mean, he's been like some kind of owned a logistics company or something of that nature, but he doesn't have the credentials. And my first thought was the damage is already done. Like, you've removed that's my incense, y'all.
Sure, it is.
Oh yeah, of course.
Up. Yeah,
shut up, boy. Shut up, boy. He's removed all these blue mailboxes. He's removed the sorting machines. He's taken away the overtime. So that's done, right? At that point when he made that quote, the damage is already done. Like, yeah, you're going to suspend additional damage, but the damage is already done. However, on Saturday,
talk to him.
What happened on Saturday, Kate?
A bill was passed to basically reverse that shit and infuse, what is it?
About
$25 million?
Yeah.
Back into the postal system right now to get it back to where it was, so that not only can, and again, voting absentee ballots or mail-in ballots are a sidebar, right? That's going to happen once a few months down the line. But right now, there are millions of people who have delayed t-shirts, delayed shit coming from wherever, checks, medicine, bills, statements, all kind of like mail in general. Like, it's not to me, it's not about ballots, because I'm gonna or either go early vote or stand in line on the day just for nostalgia. I haven't decided yet, or even order a mail-in ballot and take it to the whatever designated spot that the Board of Elections in my area says I can. But it's not just that. So this man, Trump, has dismantled the entire postal system that affects not only people receiving stuff, but small businesses that use mail on a daily basis. Like, I've read countless posts and comments on posts about how, hey, I'm a small business owner. You know how people buy that little in-home postal kit and shit? I have that. And now my shit is delayed by 3 weeks. Like, what am I supposed to tell my customers? Because this nigga has decided to basically stop postal delivery. I don't even really get mail no more. I mean, I get like a couple envelopes a day.
But I want to say this. He kind of he already set it up that way. Because remember when he was like, when we had the COVID, when he was like, I don't think the mail-in votes are going to, are not going to work well because of voter fraud. So what you do so he already kind of told on himself. He's like, let me go ahead and put this into play so I can make what I just said true. That's all it is. It's like, you know what I mean? If you got let's shut down.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Right. Self-fulfilling prophecies. You're absolutely right. Because it's like this. So that way, when it all comes down, if we didn't get caught up, like if no one paid attention to what was going on with the Postal Service, and come November, we all did, because of COVID, did mail-in ballots. You know what he was going to do? I didn't lose the election. Because
he's gonna find a way to do that anyway. Like,
I didn't lose
November is gonna be like amazing, y'all.
Well,
November 4th is going 5th, 6th, 7th on through the end of November is going to be amazing, because when he loses, he's not going to leave. Like, just, okay, I lost. He's not going to concede. There's gonna have to be fucking legal battles to get that nigga out of the White House. Like, I'm so serious. And then on top of that, Rob and you have talked about that. When he loses, motherfuckers are gonna go nuts. So get you. Just like you're prepared for a hurricane that's headed directly to you, the eye is scheduled to like go over your city. Please prepare for November 4th. Please.
Yeah. Right. Like you said, him doing with the Postal Service. In hindsight, in chess, it would have been a great move. But the simple fact that not only is elders or older Democrats that are being affected, is old Republicans also getting their medicine and stuff like that too. So you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't, at this particular time and point, it was a American issue. You feel what I'm saying? It was a whole American issue. And if I can't, this is the only time that I've seen that we've all joined together, even not organized as a group, to come together and battle something that's been done by the president or any president.
Well, you fucking, like you said, you're fucking with the mail. Everybody got grandparents.
Exactly. Everybody got grandparents. Everybody has those people that still send their checks through the mail.
Right.
Everybody still has those people that can't get their medicine, so their medicines delivered to them. When all that stuff pops off, and now, oh my God, you're affecting me. See, when it affects you, then you jump in and make this type of change.
Right.
And and it just backfired on Trump. And so
it was a great idea, though.
Great idea. I'm telling you, as somebody who likes to play the game. Hey,
let's stop the mail.
Stop the mail.
Can we stop the mail?
Let's slow the mail down.
Now, I hate to throw this in here, okay?
No, you don't.
No, you don't hate to do it.
But anyway, okay. It is, you got to look at other sides of this as well, okay? Trust me, there have been thoughts, and it has been talked about, of the possibility of privatizing mail service. Okay.
Just call Bezos. I'm fine with that.
But what better way to attempt to gain momentum for the privatization of the mail service than to slow it down and show its ineffectiveness?
I would say
that too, timing is everything, though.
Yeah, because I mean, up until now, nobody had a problem with it, really, to be honest with you. And reports out there, since to Keith's point that he was a person that was involved in logistics. I was reading where the shifting, like the picking up and moving of a lot of these blue mailboxes were to put them in places that were higher performing as far as the mail is concerned, logistically. You know what I mean? So, I mean, what do you think about that? I mean, do you think that this is an entire, like, I guess, comedy of errors that is easily pointed back to the president? I'm just playing quote unquote devil's advocate here.
Believe it or not, Rob, I am kind of with you on the comedy of errors. Okay. And here's the whole thing. I mean, even with this administration, you know, sometimes, you think of things that were mapped out, okay, purposely leading towards, okay. But then you have a lot of things that were just that, comedy of errors, the inability to read the fucking room. Okay.
Ain't no room. It's the whole country, yo.
If I go in this direction, that's the room. That's the room. That's that whole ability of of not being able to read the room. Okay. I'm sorry. We saw it with George Floyd. We saw it with the we saw it with the pandemic. You can take it, you can take it all the way back to Charlottesville with
right.
With good people with good or bad people on both sides.
Both sides.
That's the inability to read the room and read the temperature and direct your message at the temperature. Whether that message is sincere or not, a lot of times isn't the point. It's it's about getting the message out there and taking advantage of the message. Okay.
It is absolutely about the point, because if you whether you know your audience or not, some shit is just wrong, right?
Right.
It doesn't matter whether and like they just spoke on before, these changes affect everyone,
everybody,
like across the country, like every fucking demographic this change affects. So for him to put this man in place, what happened to the last postmaster? But anyway,
I believe
Kevin Costner. It was Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. It was Kevin Costner.
Shut up. I believe she resigned, if I'm correct. Yeah.
This guy just pops up, right? Oh, she resigned. That's interesting. Yeah. But this guy pops up. He has no experience in the postal service.
Hold on. Excuse me. I want to stop something. So you saying the postmaster and Sherry Cherry both resigned at the same time? Mind blowing.
Cherry Berry.
She's the lady with the elevators.
The elevator lady in North Carolina. Everybody in North Carolina.
That's a ploy for Republicans to keep Democrats down.
Sherry Berry is a Republican.
Right.
This guy who's got some experience in logistics, but he owned the company. Who knows what type of experience he has? Right. So he's just plopped in. Mm-hmm. He gets the boxes removed. Okay, so if boxes are removed for lower mail receiving areas, fine. But this nigga removes the sorting machines. Like there are
dismantled.
There are countless posts of pictures and real-time video from people on the inside of packages that are piled up halfway to the ceiling. And then he took away overtime. So no, there's no other explanation for this other than trying to delay these ballots from getting to where they need to be in November.
Like, right. I don't know if anybody ever like tried to apply for the postal service, and they tell you, they give you all these sorting numbers and addresses and numbers you have to get to and put them in certain boxes, this, that, and the other through your mind. That right there in itself is tedious, and so you have to know this. I get it, because just in case the machine breaks down, but dude, the mind, I don't think the mind can handle that much mail coming in, right, sorting mail like that. If they haven't done it, if it hasn't been in their head to do it automatically. You put these machines in to make it easier and faster for these humans to do such.
35,000 pieces of mail an hour.
An
Humans
hour.
cannot do that, especially when you take the fucking overtime away and you're not hiring anybody else. Like,
Exactly.
I work in payroll, salary, budget planning. I have for years. This shit is in an effort to stop production of whatever product or service that you're supposed to provide. If you don't have the machines to automate and make it quicker, and then on top of that, you take away the hours that people were doing that work, and you're not going to pay them to do that work, which means they're not going to do that work, then you're ceasing operations or you're severely slowing operations.
It's like this. Take the machines away from building cars right now. Let's go, you know what I'm saying? Let's go to Hyundai or Honda, and let's go ahead and say every Civic, we're gonna go ahead and just hand make that shit. There won't be enough Civics. There, you know what I'm saying? You know, it will be everybody, every kid from 16 to 19 years old wouldn't have a car because there will be no Civics on the road. Why? Because that's what the demographic is, and it's as simple as that. You wouldn't ask a car company to do that, so why ask our postal services to do the same thing? You know, it's like this. Yeah, that could have worked back in 18 whatever or 1903
when cars first came out.
Right. I mean, in postal service when it was just 47 niggas in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? It was just, you know what I mean. You could do that when it's only 47 niggas in your town. Nah, it's okay. It's okay to do that, right? But you know what I'm saying? But the reason why is because we have so much commerce through mail and everything like that. Like, why would you, like, I understand, hey, we got to cut back overtime. Fine. You know what I mean? The mail's going to be a little delayed, but we're going to take away the mailboxes. Fine. But at the end of the day, you're looking at the sorting machines. Like, you can't do that and then take away overtime. Like, if he did logistics, he failed at logistics. 100%.
Big fucking fail. Like, you take away the hands that do the job, and then you take away the machines that do the job. Or did he fail? Because the overwhelming ideal is to slow down the postal service.
What I'm saying,
he didn't fail at all. He knew enough on how. Like, hold on.
I got you, Key.
In order to hack,
right,
you have to know the system.
Yeah,
right. Hackers know the system. This nigga he's a post office hacker.
Yeah,
and he is now the fucking, what is it called, Postmaster General.
Yo, cats were in the post office were already shooting motherfuckers with sorting machines. So you take away you take away these machines, yo, dude, the pressure on the post office, dude. It's gonna be some gunplay up in that piece, young.
Word up.
It's bugged out. You talking about me? Yo, do that to police officers.
If you could defund, yes, absolutely. If you could defund the postal service, defund the fucking police while you're at it. Let's do that too. Let's do that too. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Appreciate
we would like it. Give these niggas less bullets. Can we give the police less bullets?
But again, the postal service affects everybody, Republicans and Democrats.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Older, you know what I'm saying? Our grandparents, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So no, we're gonna nip this right in the bud. You know what I'm saying?
And it's interesting that Bezos decided not really to use the post office in his delivery plan.
If I remember correctly, I thought actually I thought they had an agreement with the post office. This is one of the
they
main
may have had one years ago.
They still have one because it's still.
When's the last time you got an Amazon package in the mailbox?
They still have a deal with them because
I get all that. I get all that.
With the president.
Yeah, but we talked about that. Amazon said they can't. They couldn't deal with the ballots of all that. They said that.
Right. So when's the last time you got an Amazon package in the mailbox?
Let's see. That would have
in the mailbox.
Not. Actually, the new Tribe Called Quest T-shirt was an Amazon order, and yeah, it actually did come through the postal service.
It probably came from China.
They drove mom. They drove my truck. They put it in the truck.
put it in the truck.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing, Key. I mean, we joke about that, but in all fairness, though, just again, trying to provide a balanced perspective. A lot of people that complain about their packages not getting to them on time, they were ordering stuff from China. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
A lot of the complete story isn't being told. You know what I mean? So and I even made a post about it.
That's a whole nother thing, right?
Right. That's a whole other issue. Yep. I even made a post about it on my Facebook page. And in all fairness and in the spirit of full disclosure, the reason that my package got delayed was it was actually my fault. When I ordered it, I forgot to put my apartment number on there. So they sent it to like the building, like the address, but when they get to the building, like, well, who the fuck package is this? You know what I'm saying? So it circulated in the mail for a minute, and I think they returned it to sender, but where I ordered it from is gracious enough. They're going to send me a replacement. So that was my case. So that was my fault. But in other cases, a lot of people were ordering things from China, and that's like a month off top. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Off rip, that's a month, and you might get it a couple weeks after that. So, True
that.
Yeah. So, yeah, one of those things. Of course, we'll be keeping our eye on what's going on with the Postal Service, especially after the bill.
Yo, Key, get out of my brain. Get out of my brain, Keisha. Get out of my brain.
Oh, God.
I was just about to bust that out. Get out of my brain. Oh, my God. That should be that right there.
No, you ain't got a letter.
That should be the anthem. That should be the anthem for the post office. Right
it's delayed.
Exactly. That should be the anthem for the post office. The Supremes.
All right, so look, let's jump off of the post office. And let's jump on to Mr. Steve Bannon.
This
Bannon. This motherfucker, right? Yeah, so Steve Bannon, one of the former campaign managers for the Trump 2016 campaign, very influential, alt-right figure, was the guy that started Breitbart, got arrested on fraud charges. So y'all check this out, yeah.
Bannon.
12 got him.
Bannon.
Yep.
Bannon.
Got him. I mean, got him for fraud charges. A nonprofit organization that he was involved with, Build a Wall. Okay, who have people on their. Some of the people that's on their board are like Eric Prince, the the head of the guy that started Blackwater. One of my favorite Yosemite Sam sheriffs from the right, Sheriff Dave Clark. He's also, is
that a black dude from Florida?
Bannon.
No, he's a black dude from he's from Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's right, Wisconsin.
Yeah, he's from
Wisconsin. I remember cowboy hat.
Yeah. Yosemite Sam.
Yeah.
Bannon.
And they got busted for, let's be honest, not using those funds for what they were intended to. They were raising funds to help build the wall. Okay. And
talking about those same bricks that they use for the protest of Black Lives Matter protest.
Yep.
No, not this.
Strap those.
Those were those bricks. Start a rumor. Those were those bricks. Those were those bricks.
It's straight to take. We don't start rumors. We do not start rumors.
Them's wall bricks. Yo,
wall bricks.
Listen, what I'm saying is right here. What did the 80s? What did the 80s in the black neighborhoods have to deal with the president? It's the fact that the government supplied the bricks. The crack epidemic and the protests, all the government supplied bricks. Bannon.
I'll say this, guys.
Here comes the conspiracy theory, Rob, from the 80s and the 90s.
No, this is not a conspiracy theory. Okay.
Does it make sense, though, Rob? I want to know.
We're starting a conspiracy theory.
No.
Dr. Steve Bannon, physician, scientist, struggling to find a way to tap into the hidden strengths that all humans have. one day, an accidental overdose of gamma radiation alters the body chemistry. Now, when Steve Benny gets angry, a startling metamorphosis occurs.
Exactly. He takes off 2 t-shirts instead of putting on 2 t-shirts. Oh, y'all, man, look, y'all stupid.
But Trump is like, basically, I don't know that nigga.
And which is
right.
Par for the course. Par for the course.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you know, he's probably very, you know.
He only helped me out earlier in the campaign.
Yo,
I don't know much about him.
Trump is one of those cats that if you get caught, he's gonna distance himself. I've never known him. I haven't been there. Like, you just took pictures with him at your barbecue. I don't know.
He said he was a great man.
There's a picture of y'all hugging.
Right. Last week.
Like literally. And all jokes aside, there's a picture of these niggas hugging. And then last week, he's like, I don't even really know him.
He did the same thing with Epstein. He did the same thing with Epstein. I maybe once or twice met him. Like, hold on. Why is it 16 pictures of you and Epstein together? Like,
yo, through the years.
He did the same thing to Michael Flynn. He did the same thing to Igor and Igor, those 2 Russian cats. It's like, I ain't never seen him. And they're like 20 pictures of them together. Okay.
It's like me saying, like, yo, Bishop, you on Straight to Tape? I don't know those guys from Straight to Tape. Like, hold on, but you was just on the shit for 6
right.
You were just on the show.
Wasn't me.
I was looking in your face.
No, I was there. I was there.
I don't really.
That's on Trump's playlist. Shaggy. It wasn't me. That's on Trump's playlist.
Yo, but look. No, he's not. But he will distance himself from your ass.
I said, you caught me on the frauder.
It wasn't me.
Talking all that fodder.
Wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Fucking with the post office.
Wasn't me.
It wasn't me. It's you.
I said they caught you on camera.
Hey.
It wasn't me.
Was me.
Yo, but look,
hey, hold on. Before you continue.
Go ahead.
Like, we're all very smart. And I'm not going to say that Trump supporters aren't smart. But what the fuck, man? Like, I cannot fathom
side blinders, babe. Side blinders.
No, not side blind. But what are they focused on? Like, at this point, there's nothing to focus on. I could see back 4 years ago.
The finish line.
Well, I could see 4 years ago when you're a Trump supporter and you were strictly focused on his fiscal policies, right? Yeah, he's a businessman. I don't understand how then, but I'm gonna give you that. A
lot of people said that's what their reasons for voting for him were.
But he had how many dismantled bankrupt companies? Like, the U.S. cannot go bankrupt. You don't get a fucking start over. But I'm gonna give y'all that. Now it is clear that this nigga is a complete fraud and criminal. Not just a fraud. He is a criminal. He associates regularly with criminals. These same people are the ones that are out there, and I'm going to mention this, even though we're not talking about it today, rallying for justice for the Hennett boy that was murdered, whose murderer is in jail, but are like, fuck George Floyd. You know what I'm saying? These are the same fucking people. Your president is a fraud, and he associates with criminals and frauds. Like, and I think about shit a lot. Like, I give people like the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe they have this association, but maybe that's how my mind works. That's why I can't hardly sleep at night, because I'm thinking about like all of these connections. Like, you look at the damn neuro connections in the brain. That's me all day.
You should probably play Call of Duty.
I just cannot understand how you don't associate this nigga with as being a criminal. But the only thing I come up with is the color of people's skin.
Yep.
That's the only thing. And I grew up in a white neighborhood with white people. I got white friends, y'all. But like from a long time back. Yeah. But
really, when'd you get some?
Like
if they can't use your comb, don't bring them home.
I mean, I am just really and I'm not like people do wrong, they deserve to be punished. I'm all about that.
As long as he's president, they can't touch him. But once he get out of office, them cuts are coming.
Can we swing this back over to Bannon real quick?
Oh yeah, but why you say that? But why you say that, Rob? I mean, why you say that? P. Like he was saying, if you're so much into Trump, then you got to be into his family. Right. If you listen to what his sister says.
That was kind of hot. That was hot.
You know what I'm saying? And that's his kinfolk. You feel me? So if you're not listening to her, who knows him, grew up with this dude, then come on, man.
Right.
All right, Pete, let's get back to it.
Yeah, sorry, I got to get back to Bannon real quick here, okay? Here's the whole thing. Bannon. Here's the whole thing, okay? He's targeting a passionate base, and a passionate base that that even Bannon was hooked up to before the rise of Trump. Okay, right. When you have a passionate base with passionate feelings over an issue, those people that are passionate about it are going to do anything that they can to push that agenda forward. Whether like I said, whether it's immigration or whether it's building a wall. Mm-hmm. I mean, and this happens on both the left and the right. And what it builds are suckers. What it builds are suckers. People that he can convince to throw him some cash. I mean, guys, think about it, okay? I bet you anywhere. I bet you while all the Steve Bannon thing was going down, I bet you there was some mega church or some celebrity preacher that was looking at that shit and being like, boy, you're doing it all wrong.
Right.
Trust me.
First of all, I don't believe that dude. First of all, I can't believe him because number one, he said, "Hey, Mexico is going to pay for this wall," and then, "Hey, well, how did it jump back on us as Americans?" And if that was your whole thing, if you were voting just to get the wall,
that was his whole platform.
And so, if you were voting for that, and now you have to pay for it, that right there in itself should have been a fucking red flag. Boom. Right. What? Now I got to pay for it, but you were so gung ho on building this fucking wall, and then all right, we're gonna put all this money and get this fucking wall built, and we're gonna do this, and now Trump's got to find the right type of bricks, and he got to find the right type of people to do this shit, you know what I'm saying? And remember they had that picture of this is where the wall's gonna start, and they had like a couple of like cement bricks laying on the side, like this is where it's going to start, and then all of a sudden all this other bullshit popped off, and everybody just said, "What the fuck?" Everybody forgot about the wall,
but all the while there's
about the wall. But exactly, and while that's going on, there's still money being funded through this fucking wall program, this invisible wall. You know what?
Yeah, even
your bishop. You know what it was? Right. What it was? I get it. They were stopping Mexican mimes from coming in. I get it.
Explain. I hate that I'm about to say this, Tigo, but explain.
Walk us through it.
Explain, Tigo. Explain.
Mexican mimes, you know what I'm saying? That's a bad thing. I think he's trying to stop Hollywood. I think they're trying, that whole Hollywood, you know what I'm saying, conspiracy thing, and mimes from Mexico was coming over, and he just decided to make this, you know what I'm saying, mime wall. And so it just stops mimes from going on from coming into the United States.
These are invisible bricks to stop the fluctuation of Mexican
that's why there's a delay, because they haven't invented invisible bricks yet.
The visible, see, that's what I'm saying.
Invisible bricks, please. Invisible bricks have been around for a minute. I don't care.
Listen, I'm with Tico, because can you imagine a little Mexican family running across? They can just clear over, and you put those invisible bricks up, and they smash their little Mexican faces into those bricks. Ooh, that's a win for America. Little bloody noses. Now they know. And then what we do, we go over, and then we squeegee off the blood. You know what I'm saying? And then we put more invisible
From
bricks
the
over.
invisible bricks. Okay.
I mean, you just wipe them off. I mean, you know, look,
There it
if you can have Invisalign braces,
braces,
hey,
you can have invisible
Invisalign
bricks. That's what they were developing, and that's what happened.
That's what
the technology just wasn't invented yet.
And people in the comments, please don't encourage these Negroes, please. Please don't.
I mean, they're going out on a ledge, and y'all are just pushing them.
I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to find that. You know what I'm saying? That connection. You know,
we're trying to help Bannon out. Bannon,
yeah,
like yo, because he didn't say, yo, I was putting all the money into invisible bricks because the wall. Because there, maybe he didn't want to fuck up the view. That's another reason why you put invisible bricks up. Also, you might want to see, like, hey, I might want you to see what America looks like, but I don't want you here. Look at all the cool shit we got, but you can't come in.
Oh Lord.
You can try, but you're gonna get a bloody nose.
Here's the whole thing. That's a beautiful premise. Okay, well, let's just say that's a beautiful premise for those that follow that premise. Okay,
right.
That's the reason why. However, that's not what the money was being used for. Steve Bannon and those that were with Steve Bannon were using that money on yachts. They were using that money on property. They were using that money on plastic surgery.
Credit card
nothing having to do with it, right?
I'm playing devil's advocate. Stop. First of all, if you're going to give me your money, listen, it's hard work taking your money from you. I should reward myself a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Live a little, nigga. Live a little.
Don't you want me, as the person that's taking your money, to stop these hordes of Mexicans coming over here to reward myself with a not? Yeah, sure. I took the reward first, but I'm gonna still build the wall with the rest of the money.
Not one invisible brick has gone up. Not one invisible brick is going up.
How you know? You ain't seen it. How you know? You ain't seen it. You ain't seen it. How you know? You ain't seen it.
You walk right into that shit, boy.
You open that door. You walk.
Boy, you walk right into that invisible door, nigga.
He walked. He just walked through the invisible door. But you opened that shit.
Yeah.
You opened the invisible door for his ass for that.
That's like Stevie Wonder buying cars. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He ain't seen it. He ain't seen it.
This is Ferrari. It's a Toyota Tercel.
Exactly.
Tercel. Corona. Toyota Corona.
Y'all actually had one of those, yo.
That was my first car, man.
Corona.
That was my first one, man.
They don't even make them shits no more.
That's just crazy. Yeah.
My daddy had my aunt's, his little sister's one in our backyard forever. Like covered up, like he was gonna do something with it. And then my mama finally got towed away years later. But yeah, the name of the car was Squidget because my aunt would crash it every 3 months. Them things is tanks though. There's tanks. Like I had one of my first car, one of them.
Y'all remember the Toyota Cressida?
Yeah, I remember the Cressida.
Yeah. I used to date a girl that drove a Cressida. The things that happened in that Cressida. So
Rob.
Anyway. Completely off topic. Completely off topic before we move on.
All right.
Who remembers the last time y'all went to the store to actually buy a CD when it came out, bro? Look at the confused looks on y'all's face, like, damn.
No, I actually remember the last one, D'Angelo. That was the last one I bought. I'm talking about D'Angelo, the last album, D'Angelo and the Vanguard. That was the last CD I actually bought.
You actually went somewhere, like physically bought it in from a store?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think it was Slaughterhouse first album for me. I think I went to Best Buy and brought Slaughterhouse.
The last CD I bought was a mixtape. I was with Key. Key was practicing her DJing, and I bought a mixtape from Billy Bill. I think that was the last time I bought a CD.
Jazz, you ain't bought a CD since 1995, Jazz? Damn, bro.
Damn, Jazz. Hey, Jazz. I didn't go to the store to buy it, but when I got when I digitally purchased, we got it from here by Tribe Called Quest. They mailed me a CD. I had no idea either. Like I just bought it just to have it. paid whatever they asked for it because I wanted to be able to listen to the music digitally. And then a few weeks later, I got a CD in the mail, and I actually.
My memory is hazy, man, but I really, but I think it was.
Wonder why.
Yeah. Shut up, nigga.
Hold on. I want to say this right here. CDs was just in 1995. Would you get locked up? Like, hold on, like 1995. Like, hold on.
1995 kind of fucked me. I was like, wait, bro, hold up. But
he brought Cool in the Gang and got locked up. Like, oh, nigga, I'm out.
Nah, you got no Jazz, man. Jazz, no DJs, man. You know, cats, Jazz. You know, Jazz. Jazz like me. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Bree, let me get a dub of that, or Leo. Yo, I know. You know, that's when they be giving out promo joints, and you know what I'm saying. Cats, you know what I'm saying?
The record pools. Remember the record pools?
Yeah.
That not for sale sticker.
Yeah, exactly. We had friends in low places. We just had a lot of friends in low places. That's all.
Friends.
A lot of low places. A lot of low places.
I actually bought a CD. It was a few years ago, but it was well, damn, that record's been out a long time now. It was the last foreign. It was the last Foreign Exchange album. The what was the name of their last album? I forget. It was the last Foreign Exchange album, like 5 years ago. That was the actual last CD I bought, I believe. But it just made me think about it because when y'all started, Tigo said something about Stevie Wonder or something. I don't know. It just made me think. In the comments, man. Anybody that's listening right now, tell us in the comments when was the last actual CD that you went to the store to buy, and it was in the store for you to purchase. Because like now. When's the last time you seen a CD in the store?
Probably a couple of weeks ago, actually. I wasn't looking at them. I was looking at other merch.
Now, pawn shop wise, I did go a couple years ago to a pawn shop to get something and ended up perusing the CDs and bought like 10 90s hip hop CDs inclusive of it was True. You remember Crew?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Crew. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Inclusive of the Crew. I got like Common, like a whole bunch of 90s CDs. Somebody was sad that day when they had to sell all that stuff. At least I would have been if I needed to sell it to the pawn shop. But they were like $1 each, so I bought like 10 of them. It was super dope. Yeah. But that was a couple of years ago, but it wasn't like a new release. They were all old.
Does somebody have their phone leaning on the mic cord or something? If so, please remove your all electronic devices from your mic cord, please. Okay. Quick production note that I didn't feel like typing into the private chat.
I don't hear anything, friend.
I hear.
Yes, it's a buzz. It's a buzz. Oh yeah. Oh, Columbia Candace. Yo. Man, listen, half of my CD collection was built off of Jack and Columbia House.
What? Man, Columbia House is I can't believe they were in business as long as they were.
Right. I can't either. You know what I'm saying? Just sending people just like what was like 9-10 CDs at a time. You know, right. Getting that box of CDs in the penny. Middle. And who paid the penny? What did you get a money order for a penny? Who actually paid the damn penny?
Yo, I don't know how that worked. I don't even know how that worked, dog.
I don't either, man.
A lot of CDs, and I didn't pay for anything.
Right.
I thought they was gonna like stop my, you know what I'm saying, me graduating college or something. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna tack this on to you know what I'm saying, your student loan.
Penny.
You know what I'm saying, bro? You got like over 100 fucking CDs, so you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Bam.
But no, but you know what it is. See, this is what happened is. See, this is my conspiracy. Columbia House was a part of AOL because AOL will give you them free 1,000-minute trials, and then you will forget about it. And then 9 years later, you didn't pay $900 in the AOL. Get this shit back on Columbia House. They could do that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just my conspiracy.
Yeah, you saw those free. You get 100 minutes of
internet
hours of something like that. Internet. Yeah. America Online.
America Online, boy.
I ain't gonna lie. Yo, man.
Hang the phone up. I'm on the internet.
I'm about to tell my age, boy. We are about to tell on all of us. I remember when the internet first became pop, like right around that time, right when those America Online CDs, you know what I'm saying, was popping. I remember going to Tico's mom's shop on Hargett Street. And she was like amongst the first people ever in life to have the damn internet. And we used to go over there. What did we even used to do on the internet, Tico? What were we even doing on there?
We were browsing, man. We browse for hours.
I think we were downloading like cheat codes to
video games and Napster.
Hey, look, we were also in wrestling chats because wrestling chats were going on at that time as well. So we was in wrestling chats as well. Yeah.
Yo, remember y'all remember this right here? Y'all remember the online battling? Like when you type your bars all the way out and then and post them, and someone had to battle with you like that shit.
Yeah, I remember that. But your cadence would never be the same. You know what I'm saying? You might say something, your cadence would never be the same. You'd be reading like man. That was crazy. You had to go by.
Go ahead, P.
Yeah, guys. Let's move on to the next subject. Wow. Okay, so what was it last week? University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill shut things down on campus and is now moving to an off-campus model, which actually gets kicked off at the beginning of this week. Later this week, we see that NC State is also now doing the same thing with moving to a online model after kids coming back to campus and moving into their dorms. You've also seen this happen at places like Notre Dame, like Michigan State.
Right.
Guys, all right. Now, social distancing and trying to keep things under control for COVID. All right. Of course, it looks like the plan for the campus was for everybody to come back. And now we're having these clusters break out. Some are in dorms, some are definitely in fraternity row, especially at NC State. A lot going on in fraternity row. Ladies and gentlemen, your thoughts, and I'll just throw this one out here as well. If we were back in our college days, and our college days was a part of the COVID era, how many of us here would have tested positive for COVID-19?
Well, here we go. Well, first of all, I got a letter. My son goes to A&T, and I got a letter from them stating that they too had a breakout too.
Okay.
But I talked to my son. My son, luckily, he stays off campus. So he's staying up there doing his thing online there. But I heard some people, their kids, went to state, Carolina, this, that, and the other. They get refunded back that money. I think like 90% of it. I think they like prorated it from like the time that they stayed, and they get that money back, which will hurt like smaller schools like HBCUs who pretty much depend on that money for students to stay on campus and their meal tickets and stuff of that note. So it's gonna dig in these colleges' pockets, on that note. But as you saying, if we ourselves, I don't even know if my mom would even allow me to do some mess like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I enjoy going out and partying, but at the same token, I was also real conscious about my health, about being sickly around other folks.
Yeah.
So, we grew up in a different era, and that time back in those days, shoot, when the thunderstorm and lightning storm come through, you had to cut all the lights off. So, I most seriously doubt that our parents would have been like, "Yo, y'all going back to school." So,
Well, I want to say, go ahead, Kay. I'm sorry.
My kid goes to NC State, and I'm definitely every day. He lives at home. We most North Carolina state schools, and North Carolina has a huge network of state schools, HBCUs included. And all of them have a first year on campus requirement. So, given whole COVID thing, um, we requested a waiver. He can live at home. Um, and it took me, we just had to jump through so many hoops. Normally you don't. It's just me for some reason I was doing it wrong. So I ended up talking to the people at the housing department, and unlike most years before this, they were automatically approving anybody that requested a waiver that lived within 25 miles of the school. So there are a lot fewer in an effort to reduce on campus living, right? But I'm constantly talking to my kid like, yo, go to class and come home. And he socializes, like he's got friends from his high school that go to state, and he actually meets people. He's a gamer, so he's met people through he's in some kind of gaming tournament right now and blah 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 blah. But yo, take your ass to class and then come on home.
But mom,
But mom, shit.
But mom,
listen.
it's so much pussy out there. I'm a college man.
Do you want to fight me? Because
I
I'm
will
fight right now.
Listen, you can come to fight, and I will listen. I'll let you get 3 hits.
How old is your oldest girl?
My oldest girl is 7.
Okay,
That's my oldest girl.
I get at you.
We'll still
be.
Hold on. I got a son that's 14.
It's different for a son and a father than it is for a daughter and a father. So I'll get at you in 10 years, Nick.
Oh no, it's like this. What I'm saying is this, right? I'm absolutely about to kill someone's son if they touch my daughter. But to answer the question, to answer the question, not the way that we. I don't think my daughter is going to have the issues that the women of now have, because people are consciously raising more progressive sons. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll raise my son to lean in more.
They're not going to do with DIP.
What do you mean VIP?
D as in.
Nah, listen. DIP. Listen, it does have a lot of it, because it's going to be, because what you guys are doing, you guys are raising softer sons that are in touch with their emotions and listen to R&B. So you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like us when we were fucking cavemen. No, we're out here. We're like this. Like let's raise sons that actually listen to women. So again, now that they're listening,
I get at you in 10 years.
Listen, in 10 years, when my daughter, look, thank you. I want to thank everybody out there for us grown men to waking up and realizing that women are to be protected. And then we're raising all these little boys that protect black women. Come on, man. My daughter's got it easy. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be digging in niggas' pockets. I'm about to get Jordans at 16. It's going to be awesome. You know what I'm saying? For me, I'm about to get some chains and shit.
He's a little sensitive little dude going to buy you Jordans. I gotta buy your dad some Jordans.
Go ahead, because I love them. You know what I'm saying? I'm in tune with the flowers.
You know.
But back to the topic, niggas.
Well, you know,
ladies. All these kids are going to school. They miss their friends. I get it. Like, I completely get it. And again, Perry, to answer your question, we'd probably be out there too.
Mm-hmm.
But
exactly,
my mama would have told me better. I guess there's really nothing you could do about it.
As a person that walked past a bunch of college campuses in my time, I probably like, yo, once I heard the outbreak, because I've always been the type of person that I'm really particular. Like, yo, you cough, you sneeze. If COVID happened in 2002, nah, B, I probably wouldn't have kids right now. I would just be still in the bubble. Like, nah, that shit is out there still. It's gonna kill me. Fuck that.
These college kids out here, you know what I'm saying? You know, hormones just kicking out, and
right.
Want to touch something.
Party,
you know, ladies, you know, young ladies. If you're sitting here listening to this podcast, if you just happen to sleep with 3 different dudes during this COVID thing, just know that dudes are thinking that you're a COVID-19. So, no.
Can we stop that? Can we stop that narrative too? I've always disagreed with that narrative. Listen, ladies, You guys can sleep with as
You made
many
me drop
people
You know,
everything I had
as
to
y'all
say. I
want
just
to.
dropped it.
Bishop will come out here and suck the life out of the joke, ladies and gentlemen.
Look, I'm not sucking the life out.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing with you, Bishop.
You hurt my feelings. I'm hanging up.
Taking my jokes and analyzing my shit.
Listen, we going. I'm gonna. Yes, I am. You came in and ruined my show last week, bastard. You think I wasn't
Beast it.
Hey,
but okay.
Go
So
ahead,
even on that note, P, college football is a no-go, right?
Yep.
So
It should be at least.
So
is it? Because I heard that Notre Dame was joining the ACC temporarily, or some Ivy League.
Well, but right now, here's the issue: you have the main Power 5 conferences, and you have 2 of them that are like, we are pushing this shit to the spring. You have 3 more with the ACC included, the ACC, the SEC, and the Big 12 that are still trying to plan on doing this for the fall. Okay, and shortening the schedules to only in conference games. Okay, look, in this instance, as it relates to COVID and campus, it's commerce. Okay, it's commerce, because the bigger schools still have to provide content for the deals that they have with networks. Okay, and they still want to do that.
Like,
can I ask you a question?
Are going on. I saw a news article with this economist. He professes in a UNC, and he said across the country, organizations need to take a look at a good, at least a 25% cut in operational expense across the board. So 25% less professors, 25% less whatever, everything across the board, in order to be able to sustain through this pandemic. And a lot of schools, he also said a lot of schools, the smaller schools, not just HBCUs, but a lot of the smaller schools are going to shut down behind this thing, because people are, of course, they're getting less money, but people are donating less because of just the times that we're in. So it is going to be interesting to see 3-4 years from now how things are. Those schools that are serious about maintaining their platform and reducing spend are going to be the ones that survive. The ones that but the ones currently that are teetering on existence because of lack of donations and lack of attendance, they probably are not going to survive.
But if the students are not taking this seriously, you know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, Alabama, they threw a COVID party just to see who could get COVID. You know what I'm saying? They were taking, you know what I'm saying? That when you're doing shit like
just
that,
dumb shit,
when you're doing
shit like exactly.
Then you put a monkey wrench in something that could possibly work. You know,
can I ask you something?
Yes, sir.
But that's what fucking 20-year-olds are supposed to do, throw COVID parties. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. We were not smart as 20-year-olds.
That's what, yeah.
None of us. I don't care how woke Rob is. Fuck Rob at 20. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
I don't care how fucking dope you are right now.
Yeah, you Rob have no idea, you little boy.
You know what I'm saying?
You have no idea. You have no idea.
I was woke as fuck.
Right. And
you can take the top five Pokemons off your timeline and do them like this.
And it was me.
It was Rob.
Black medallions, no gold.
Who's the most guard?
Seriously.
Top 5 woke people. Rob, and Rob.
Yes.
He was the die-line of woke.
Yes.
But at 20 years old, we don't, because guess what? Our brain does not start developing. So I look at it as a 40-year-old, and I'm trying to think back 20 years. Would I been out at coke? I wouldn't have took the shit serious. Like, honestly, I'm like, yo, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? As long as you ain't coughing, if I don't catch somebody cough, I'm like, yo, you coughing? Nah, you ain't coughing. We partying. You know what I'm saying? And it just it would have been that. Now, would we have saved a bunch of money? Probably would have. You know what I'm saying?
Because if your parents called you on a daily basis to remind you to be a responsible young adult and not be out in the streets, would that have kind of tempered it a little?
No, because I sold crack.
Nope.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's one.
Nope.
Statute of limitations clock.
I was fucking around. Don't come get me. But at the end of the day, it's like this. I had my own crib at 20. You know what I'm saying? Like I moved in my parents' crib when I was 19. I didn't go to college. I went straight to the workforce. So after I left, I was like, I'm getting my crib. I got my own crib. And I'm like this. And I look at the way I kept my crib. Now I would have definitely had COVID. Like it just was one of those things because you know what I'm saying? You got your own car, you got your own crib, you're 20 years old.
You got your own car, you got your own house.
And then I didn't have any children. So it's like this.
Independent woman.
Yeah, I was a rarely independent woman during the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, yo, I would have caught that shit because I was at campus parties. I would have been this joint, you know what I mean, come through and I would have took it serious. So I think I would have had it. With a little bit of crack on the side.
I probably would have had it too.
I know I would have had. I know I would have had it. So you know.
But so what's the solution? Guaranteed. They should have just not opened schools up for live-in or just done.
Here's the sad part. There really wasn't any solution because,
and sometimes there's not.
Once again, it goes back to planning. I mean, at the at your best, you want to be able to plow forward. Okay, and a lot of colleges went into this with you have no direction from the direction that you have is from your state. Okay. Right. And whatever guidelines the CDC is putting out this week, that's what you have. Okay. Yeah. So you have to make that decision on yourself. You're already walking your kids into a petri dish and into the experimentation. That's where we're at.
Before the COVID aside, like it is all like somebody was talking about, well, they're only going to be exposed. Like if you go to class and come home, like you're going to only be exposed to one other person. No, nigga, there was like 8 people living in a suite. They all share a bathroom.
Right.
Like, that's it right there. Like, but I have a friend that, her son went to UNC and she moved him into campus 3 weeks ago, but she does shine a light on the fact that she has seen him just grow in that small amount of time being on his own. You know what I'm saying? So it can lend some type of benefit, but I'm glad mine didn't go.
I mean, it's like you got to know your kid too. You kind of got to know your kid because if you have an introvert kid, then they're gonna do well, right? But if you have an extrovert, you know what I'm saying? If you have a kid that's like, I need to go touch people. You know what I'm saying? I need to be around people.
Right, but then that introverted kid is going to be in the room chilling, and then the extroverted ass, social butterfly ass, in everybody's face ass roommate.
Whoa, watch your mouth. Talk to me that way.
You understand what I'm saying? Is out there, you know what I'm saying, partying and bullshitting and bringing it back to the introverted kid.
Hey, Rob, I'm going to say this right here. At me next time, brother. If you're going to talk to me, about like that, you might as well just go at me the next time, brother.
Hey, listen, bro. I'm that dude too. Okay, I ain't no subliminal shots. You know what I'm saying? I'll just talk about your ass directly.
That's all of us. That's why we're here where we are. So
exactly.
Precisely. That's why we is where we is.
Oh my goodness.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to be 20
right now.
20 right now at all.
I think we'd be good though. If we was 18, 19, and 20, our immune systems we'd be a lot better. We wouldn't have as much Hennessy in our systems. You know what I'm saying? Or we could have got through it.
I mean, the pandemic that we had back in those days with AIDS.
Right, and we survived that the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did.
But look, damn. look, damn the Hennessy, yo, damn the Hennessy. If the weed connect is in the same quad, we all fucked. I'm just being real. I'm just being real, okay?
You're not smoking Coben weed. Your weed connect like. Here you go.
Hell yeah, Perry will smoke that shit.
I seen Perry pick up. I seen Perry smoke lint.
I got that pandemic. I got that pandemic.
I've seen Perry pick up lint. I've seen him. I seen him smoke. I've seen him smoke carpet. Literally.
I have seen Perry take like 6 roaches and roll them shits up in a new blunt.
Hey.
Look,
it's all tobacco. It's all tobacco.
This is all comedy, man. This is all comedy.
Oh god.
Yeah. And sprinkle that shit with oregano.
Oh no. If it was gonna be flavor, it was gonna be basil and rosemary, motherfuckers.
Jesus. Look, I would have went to his dorm room all the time. Like, it smells delicious in here.
Yeah. Let's.
Yo, man. Oh, he hung up again.
There it is.
Here we go.
Right when it's getting good.
We started talking too loud for his internet and shit. So
yeah, Lord, shut up.
Started talking too loud.
You got the feds on your internet.
That's what it is. I think it's the fans on your internet.
Yo. I'll be drinking good until the feds come and get me. But look, anyway, let's switch it up a bit here. A bit. This week, after damn near 20 years, an arrest, 2 arrests actually, was made in the cold case of the Jam Master Jay murder case.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it was it on Tuesday? I believe it was. Yeah, it was on Tuesday. Okay,
it was this past week.
Exactly. So that's Tuesday, motherfucker. Anyway, shut up. The acting U.S. attorney for the Eastern District of New York arrested. It said that Carl Jordan Jr. and Ronald Washington have been charged with the murder of Jason Mizell, aka the legendary Jam Master Jay from
Run DMC.
Okay. And this has been a cold case, a hip hop cold case that's gone on for a long time. Now, I know when it occurred, okay, if we're going to make the comparison to the, the Biggie murder and the Tupac murder, okay, when those two first occurred, okay, it always felt like media and egos led down that road.
Right.
When Jam Master Jay was murdered, it felt different because a lot of people, a lot of us, our historical jump on point with this thing called hip hop. A lot of us was Run DMC.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the fact that it's Jam Master Jay, he's a DJ, and it's like this. It's kind of like this is where we look at
what do DJs do?
Right. What do DJs do? It's like at the end of the day, the DJ is the guy that makes sure the DJ is almost like if you beat up the funny dude in class, you know what I mean? You don't beat up the funny guy. You don't shoot the funny guy. You don't go out there and kill Cat Williams. You embrace him. And Jam Master Jay is like the DJ. At me? Okay.
Nah, that's key.
Okay. So with that being said, it's like with the DJs and everything like that, it's like he's the DJ of Run DMC. It's like this Run DMC don't do anything to anybody. It wasn't like Pac and Big, they were like beefing and shit, and they started shit. It's Run DMC. Across the board, the country, Run DMC has a pass. So it was like, why would they go out there and kill Jam Master Jay? 20 years later, now we found out that it could have been possible drug deal, which means Jay might have been in them streets.
Which was always the talk when it occurred.
Mhm.
Okay, I mean, let's be real. It was always the talk when it occurred. One book that I want to recommend, if you guys haven't read it, it's one of my favorite books. It's called Queen's Reign Supreme
Okay.
by Ethan Brown. Okay, in the book, he talks about he talks about the drug, the hip hop drug culture, and you know legendary, for a better sense of the word, legendary drug dealers in New York at that time. Cats like cats like Fat Cat Nichols, cats like Supreme. Okay, cats like that crazy ass motherfucking Pappy Mason. Okay,
Or
and
Tico de Gallo
J-
too.
but Jay was mentioned. Jay was
Nick
mentioned
Baggins.
in that book as well. Okay,
Word.
Jay was mentioned. Yeah, Jay was mentioned in that book as well. Okay, just because of of what was going on in the street, his his influence and mentoring of 50 cents. Okay, and it always led into that speculation on why he was killed. And
Yo,
one person that I've been following on Twitter for a long time, Curtis Schoon. Okay, if you were a fan of the old American Gangster series on on BET. Okay, he was one of the executive producers of that. He was also somebody that was always suspected of killing Jam Master Jay. So this week I knew he felt a little bit vindicated, that the cats that were involved with that you know murdered him. I mean, that they were caught. So
I mean, is it really that far fetched? Rock and roll motherfuckers been doing it for a long time. That's how motherfuckers was pushing, dope, coke, weed, cane, heroin, all that through speakers.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it be roadies, whether it be whatever, it was always entertainment. They would always
Ants.
use that. Exactly, they will always use that to push weight. I mean, shit. Run DMC. Think about it. Run DMC's one of the most influential groups out there worldwide. So why not? You know, you know. But I get what you're saying because we think like Run DMC. You know, they it wasn't like they were like,
Wholesome.
it wasn't like they were talking about
Mm-hmm.
shooting motherfuckers
They're
or no shit
wholesome.
like that.
Yeah.
It was like that Run DMC hardcore hip hop. But we also have to remember this too, motherfuckers from Hollis, Queens, and you gotta also remember too that Jam Master Jay, he brought his rate. He could have had a studio anywhere. He could have had a studio anywhere,
Mhm.
but he came back home to the
Right.
gutters, to the streets.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so when you bring that type, when you bring that type of element with inside your space, you know what I'm saying? That's what I thought at first. When you bring that type of element with inside your space, then what the fuck, you're gonna wind up with some ill shit. But I also thought because it was it was Jam Master Jay, that it was a safe ground for anybody to come in because all you was going to do is do music. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And that's what I put in my own mind. And but like I say, there's three sides of the truth. His and mine's and
And the truth.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
and,
saying?
and he's
What
not
really
here
happened,
to
exactly.
and he's not here to defend himself, of course, but I know y'all remember like in the early days of hip hop, and when hip hop was really becoming popular in the 80s, you had your cousins from New York, you had family from New York that some kind of way you always knew somebody that wasn't that far removed from some of these acts. You knew somebody that if you didn't know him yourself, you knew somebody that knew him, or
Right.
you knew somebody that were around him in the neighborhood or something like that. And it was always, I'm not gonna say always, but for a good part of Run DMC's career, it was kind of like widely known that Jay was kind of, you know what I'm saying,
Was a street nigga.
Was a street nigga. Let's go ahead and put it. Thank you. Let's put this.
He had a foot in the street.
Let's keep it at that. Yep. He was a street nigga.
Right.
You know what I mean? That was kind of widely.
Saw that on Crush Groove.
Even on Crush Groove, you saw it. You know what I'm saying?
Run DMC came in, he was LL came in, he was already reaching in his pocket.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So they say art imitates life, man. So
why this young nigga jumping? Why this young nigga jumping? You know?
Right.
No, because what we have to understand is this right here. Run DMC are from the hood. They're from Queens. It's just like this. So within a group of anybody, like, because we all been groups of, and I'm gonna exclude Keisha out of this because I don't know the female perspective of this, but every group of dudes that you're friends with, you have the pretty dude, you got the light skinned dude, you got the fat dude, you got the street nigga. Mm-hmm. That those happen. If you have a group, now they can be all composite to one person, or you know what I'm saying, you got the cat, and you also got the cat that can't fight, that talk shit. So within this group, within a group of friends that you have, you're gonna have the combination of those guys, right? That is completely what it's supposed to be, right? So it's like this. Like at the end of the day, it's like this. Is it surprising that someone from the hood was still a street dude and still had talent? Yeah, it's not surprising at all. It's a bunch of street dudes in the industry. Fucking Casanova is a street dude, you know what I mean? Makes great music, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's like he still had his foot in there, and that's what got him killed.
And then again, Bishop, we got to understand this too. He didn't get paid like everybody else got paid.
Right.
No, he sure didn't.
Just because Run's sitting in that, you know what I'm saying, fucking White House Junior, you know what I'm saying, mansion he's living in, and you know what I'm saying, doesn't mean that, you know what I'm saying, that he was living that way.
Right.
So, we like I say, we all put these people on pedestals, on high esteems, and then totally forget that they just people too. You know what I'm saying? It's a great loss. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. It's a great loss for a great talent.
Yeah, and nobody's saying he deserved it or anything like that. But I mean, like to Bishop's point, I mean, he's a street cat, and you know what I'm saying. It's kind of widely assumed that he was, had his hand in the streets and stuff like that. So and
honestly, I'm gonna say this right here. If anybody want to, I'm talking about it straight to tape. If any one of us at the time where we were at in our 20s and early 30s and stuff, if you got on as a rapper, you would have probably put a little bit of money back in the crack. You know what I'm saying? To go ahead and double up your money. You know what I'm saying? It's a wide known thing. This is like this. Rockefeller, if you think Rockefeller didn't get started off of crack money, you are sadly mistaken.
Keisha, you stupid, yo. Keisha, like, speak for yourself, nigga.
She got a little crack in the streets right now. She got straight tape money in the streets right now. Don't do that, Keisha. You got it on Molly. It's like designer. But at the end she got the proper herbs on mushrooms. It's like, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's like when you come from that environment, you like, yo, how can I quickly double up my money? You know what I'm saying? If I'm not getting paid like Run's doing, let me go ahead and put that, because you don't understand, you don't know how successful he was up until that point. Right? Because this ain't a one-time thing. You know what I'm saying? This is not your John Forte getting caught in an airport with liquor cocaine.
Get on my bus, man. You ain't
this dude's a hip hop legend. So it's like this.
He really wasn't a legend then, though.
I think in 2000 they were legends. I think we gave them a props back then.
You think so?
At that time with Jam Master Run DMC as a whole, hell yeah.
Legend.
Right. Yeah, we gave him the GOAT. We gave him.
He was a legend.
Yeah. Anytime you in the Hall of Fame, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah.
All right. I'm just trying to make sense
give it
of the
to
whole
you.
thing.
Gotta give it to you.
Trust me. If 50 looked at him as a legend, Onyx looked at him as a legend. He's a legend.
He was a legend.
Now he had his ear on the street. Now I'm not even gonna.
Like I'm saying, like
he had his ear on the street. And yo. Woo.
Jam Master J
pull some cats out, man. Pull some cats out.
Right.
So where are we now? Like where does this put us?
Right now,
with
we
the
want we.
whole arrest, where do the arrests put us
Oh, I'm happy.
as a
right
hip
now,
hop community?
I'm happy.
no,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
think
I'm
I think
happy.
it's more of a
I
I think it's more of a cold case. You know what I'm saying? Something
mhm.
that that we can just go ahead and put behind us.
Hmm.
On that note,
Right.
and and now the whole uproar. Okay, let's get this Tupac and Biggie shit done up.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
creates a moment. I think it creates
properly,
momentum.
properly,
Yeah.
yeah,
right,
Right.
Yep. Yep.
right.
properly.
Yep.
Yeah, but we'll definitely be keeping an eye on this. I
Because
mean,
because
I
I
mean
don't think
personally,
I don't think drug dealers should get murdered. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a murder, it's a murder. Just because you're a drug dealer doesn't mean you should be killed for it. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you know what I mean, it's a bad business deal going wrong. And you know what I'm saying, they it was street cats got dealing with street cats, but we lost somebody that could have gotten out of that by now. You know what I'm saying? That could have been
yeah.
here and then, you know what I mean, he wouldn't be in that same situation. I don't think at this point, you know what I'm saying, is in his life. So
Well, reading the story, it's like it was supposed to happen, and then he was like, "Nah," and that's when the like kind of melee ensued. So
mhm.
I'm not
Right,
sure whether he intended that to be a turning point, or was just that deal in particular, or
right.
whatever. But he did.
Well, look, we'll definitely see. We'll definitely keep an eye on this one, and as always, see where it goes.
Yep.
Yo, Tico,
Let's
Yes,
go.
sir.
do you have anything weird for us?
Yes, I do, sir. Yes, I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tico's Theater of the Weird, Weird,
Weird, weird.
Weird,
Weird.
Weird,
Bannon,
Weird,
Bannon,
Weird,
Bannon,
Weird,
Bannon,
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 Bannon.
Bannon,
You
Bannon,
know,
Bannon,
I
Bannon, Bannon.
am all about.
We really need to do this budget, man.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Tico.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I
I,
know, I
I
know, I know.
I'm
But
truly really
that sounded
about
great.
trying to find that particular woman that would what I'm saying is that wife material. I have I have tried twice, and 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 I was hurt, and I was like, yo, there's no love out here for me. There's no woman that could do the things that I would like them to do. There's no woman that exists in that level until I read this article. A woman, she breaks in she breaks a window to rescue her husband's action figure collection.
Mm.
what?
And
From
a
a
What?
flood in China.
burning building.
Nope,
No, it was
it was a
flooding.
flood in China,
It
and
was a flood. Okay.
she broke the window to save her husband's action figures.
Mm.
Dope,
Yeah, that's wife material off
dope,
rip,
dope,
off top.
dope, dope.
It just don't make them like that no more,
Mm.
man. Mm, mm, mm.
Can you
So
imagine? Can you imagine she? Mm.
yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
mm,
They
mm.
Look
they
at Big
were they
Bishop over
were
there weak.
ripped. They were ripped from the house. They were in a boat. They were in
Yep.
a rescue boat.
They were the
Okay.
rest. Yep. Say it,
And
kid.
this lady goes back into the house.
Mm.
She climbs back into the house to save his. I mean, and you, if you guys visualize the inflatable pontoon boats,
Yeah,
right?
give Bishop a moment. Give him a moment.
Mhm.
The
Give
picture.
Bishop a moment. Give him
I
a
can't.
moment.
I can't.
Oh,
I'm gonna keep
give him a moment. Give him a moment. Give him a moment. Give him a moment.
He's shedding tears. He's real
Yeah,
tears.
yeah,
This,
real tears, real tears happening.
this
This
is
is what
what
straight and tape is about. About this emotion. Look at the
Emotional,
emotion that's coming
emotional
out of Bishop.
breakthrough. Yes.
I hate
this
it.
lady should be a hero. She should be an example to
I hate it
all
here.
of
I hate
you
it here so much.
women out there.
Fuck all y'all. Fuck all y'all.
Listen, what I'm saying. Can you imagine what she did with the Xbox? With it?
Go.
Bishop,
Oh,
you should see the boat.
good.
You should see the boat. You
I
should
mean,
see
it's
the
like
picture of the boat.
visualize of an inflatable pontoon boat, like a
Right.
rescue boat,
Okay.
and she is like covered in boxes upon
Of
boxes
Gundam
of
Gundam
of
figures.
Gundam figures.
Oh
because
shit.
I think what it was, she recognized the value in them shits.
Value. That's what I was getting ready to say. She knew the value of so she was protecting her investment too. She was like, fuck that.
She's like, fuck it. He didn't put this much money in these goddamn toys.
This
When he
damn
die, I'm gonna sell these shits.
right. This damn
We ain't got no house no more. We ain't got
What?
shit.
this damn Kurt Russell, Big Trouble in Little China
What?
action figure.
Limited edition.
This shit is worth some money. Fuck that. I'm going to get
Hey, yo, Rob.
This motherfucking G.I. Joe with the upside down thumb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This G.I. Joe, when this part of the thumb is on this part, you know how much this shit's worth? So much
Right.
money.
Yo, Rob.
Hold on.
The way that she protected these fucking joints is fucking amazing. She had this big ass tarp, dog. I mean, it's a flood, and when they opened up the box, not one single box had any water in it.
Nope.
She wrapped that shit up tremendously.
She was like,
"Fuck that." To her.
Plus, she probably brought like 90% of them shits too. She was like, "Yo, you know what I'm saying? You know, you ain't buying like you." She was in tune.
She didn't even really know how valuable they were. Like she was buying them for him and shit as a gift, like not even realizing. One night she just fucked around and just on GP, decided to do her research on the internet, and started looking up the value of them Jones and said, "Oh, word." Oh no, nigga, we going to get these.
Going to get that. When I say this right here, she would have left his ass in there. Ain't got the toys. That's what she would have did. Like that, his ass was still in there. Like, baby, nah, fuck that. We pulling these. Blue. She would have gave, you know that meme when people get them people to high five. They like,
bye. I'm taking these box. Drown, nigga, drown. I'm getting these box.
Yo.
Yeah, it was just weird. It was just weird and refreshing to see a woman, take that initiative.
Take it away, Pete.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was Theater of Weird. I didn't find that one weird. I mean, look. I mean, that was respect to her. You know, that was respect to her. Banning. Key. We need a verse. We need a verse, my love. We need a verse.
So here we are in 2020 pandemic. Everybody is just kind of retooling their lives to meet the new social distancing requirements. And Nas drops an album.
Oh, he does.
The album's called King's Disease. I listened to it twice. I enjoyed it both times. So for me, hip hop mom, if I listen to it once and I have to listen to it again, it's all right. If I listen to it the first time and I want to listen to it again, it's not borderline knocker. Like if I listen to it the first time and it's like, oh, then it's like through the roof. So Nas was that middle for me. This King's Disease, it's a good meld of classic Nas, with new artists, new producers. Hit Boy does a lot on this track. Like I was listening to it in my room the day it dropped, and my kids were coming back and forth, and I have 3 teenage boys, 18, 17, 16. And so all of them were in and out of the room like, oh, who is that on the track? Who is that on the track? And they know a lot of the features. My favorite song is the one with Anderson .Paak. What is it called? All Bad.
All Bad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Hit Boy produced that one. But there's a lot of chatter on the internet about this is not the best album that it could have been, and people saying, okay, well, he should have chosen this producer or that producer. Like there's really heavy chatter around the validity of this album, and I say fuck all y'all.
Right.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
it
Agreed.
it is so telling. Like, it's like people have never tried to do anything big in their life. And I say in their life because your life is going to be relative to your life, right? So Nas has done all that he has done for, to, and at hip hop. And this album really does, to me, bring together old school and new school in a, and it's not even an effort to remain relevant. It's an appreciation for the fact that I need to pass the baton. And I'm not saying Nas is going anywhere, but it's a good nod to the artist on this album that they were on Nas's latest album.
Makes them legitimately hip hop.
Exactly.
What does
Exactly. And
what does Candy Curry? What Candy calls it? What does Candy call it? Adult contemporary hip
Adult
hop.
contemporary hip
yeah,
hop. Yeah.
seriously. Candy Carver coined the phrase, and at her if you want to tweet it or whatever. Adult contemporary hip hop. Like, uh this is
Grown
us
folk
growing
music.
up. Right. This is us
Yeah.
growing up. Nigga, I'm 45. Some of y'all, the rest of y'all almost 50.
Mhm.
Except for Bishop. Bishop just turned 40. He's the
I
baby.
mean, what more do you want? I mean, Nas
Right.
did a whole album with a symphony.
Right.
Bag on that.
They
You know
didn't
what I'm
like it.
saying?
They didn't like it. They don't like niggas is never happy. Ever. Ever.
Well, okay. Well, here's the thing, y'all. I mean, it really all okay. The more things change, the more they remain the same. What
Right.
we're witnessing is the same thing that we used to talk about way back, like in the 90s too. You know what I mean? It's because radio is playing all of the shit that, you know, I guess our age group don't really fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Like, we listen to it just to keep up with it, but we really ain't, we really ain't rocking with that shit. Our playlist consists of stuff like the Nas album, stuff like May the Lord Watch by Little Brother, because they evolved too in their sound. You know what I mean? Somewhat. They did it with without too much change. They kind of stayed true to their sound, but they evolved as well. You know what I mean? It's like it is grown folks. It's adult contemporary hip hop, and I don't have a problem with that nomenclature, because like if you think about
Oh my God.
Shut up, nigga. If you think about y'all know back in the mid and late 90s, I worked for Foxy 107. And back then, what was considered adult urban contemporary was like Luther Vandross and Anita Baker and shit like that.
We've got our just dues. We're old now.
We are at that point.
Right.
We're at that point.
Exactly.
Yeah. And who the fuck listens to radio anymore anyway?
Precisely.
Old folks.
And also, and look, and also, I mean, this isn't Nas's first foray into adult contemporary hip hop. Motherfucker, go back to 2013 and listen to Life is Good. Okay? It was him speaking from where he is at that point. Okay? This is what King's Disease is. I enjoyed it. I mean, full disclosure, I am a Nas fan. Nas is my favorite MC. Okay. Rob, okay. Full disclosure, because I love telling this story. We had a copy of Illmatic months before it came out. And we drove to Greensboro to a show. And this was our first time listening to Illmatic. And when Pete Rock's The World Is Yours played, and Rob was driving, I'm in the passenger seat, and I bust out in tears.
This nigga start crying, yo.
And Rob was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I was like, "Are you listening to this? This shit is beautiful."
Right.
And from that moment, Nasir Jones and I have been riding together since then. You know, he's evolved and he's always evolved. Hell, if you go back into his history, he evolved from Illmatic to It Was Written.
Yeah.
And a lot of people argued about that, okay, about that evolution, but he had to make that evolution because that's how you make an evolution to continue your career going forward and forward and forward. You've seen Jay do it. You've seen L do it, okay?
Right.
I mean, hell, as much as I hate this, yeah, as much as I mean, hell, you even seen Ye do it, okay?
Right. I mean, it's like this. It's like at the end of the day, it's like this. You get to see the evolution of a grown ass man. It's like this. You should not like. At the end of the day, I like Pusha T. You know what I'm saying? I like, and it's like I like Styles P. I like Jadakiss. But again, I like MOP. But when you see the maturation of what Nas has done, it's like when Nas was 19, he rapped like a 19-year-old. When Nas is 45, he raps like a 45-year-old. You know what I'm saying? And what it is this right here. This is the problem that we have with hip hop is two things. We're the baby. If you think about the music genres, we're the baby of the music genres. We don't know what a 50-year-old should be rapping about.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying? And it's like this. Now we start.
Here it is. Like here it is.
This
like
is what
right.
This is what a 45-year-old, 50-year-old rapper should be rapping about. Because when we came out, we didn't have the staple of what like R&B. You could tell like when you come into R&B at 20 years old back in 1995, you know what it is to sing at 50. You know what it is to sing at 90 years old or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because you got examples of that. Right. Yeah. And we're building those examples. And it's like this. Exactly. So when you get 45 years old, yes, you're supposed to listen to 444. You're supposed to listen to Nas album. Because those do show growth. They show a growth that you can listen to. Yeah. Sometimes I want to be entertained. So yes, I do go back and I do listen to Pusha T new shit. Because sometimes I just want cocaine rap. But then again, and I said it in the joint, he was like, if you want to hear the old Nas, go back to DJ Clue tapes. You can get all the old you can get all the old verses right there.
It's like this, yo. It's like this. People need to stop trying to force your fucking soundtrack to your life.
Right.
You know, everything, you know, you enjoy that Nas, you enjoy that old Nas because that was a part of your life and it was the soundtrack of your life at that particular time.
But it really wasn't.
And it really wasn't. But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You grew up listening to that. You thought it was, and you thinking that's the fucking soundtrack to your life. Stop forcing soundtracks on your life. If you're fucking 45, 47, and you about to be 50 and shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, you shouldn't. You know,
you're not out there.
You're not out here. You know what I'm saying? Leaning and fucking milly whopping and all this other crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? This is their time. This is their time. What Nas did was like, yo, I respect these youngins because you got to remember when Nas came out, wasn't nobody on his album.
Nope.
And for Nas to put you on his fucking album, dude, that right there in itself is an honor.
He's got some great, and again, I have 3 teenage boys. They all make music, so they're all constantly like, "Mom, listen to this." I'm a big fan of the ASAP group. Like, I even like ASAP Rocky. He's not my favorite of the group, but I like them. So he's got Big Sean, Don Toliver. He's working with Anderson .Paak. That's my favorite track again on the Brucey B. And then
dude, he's even got Little Durk up here. He's got Little Durk on the album, okay?
But let's talk a little bit about the Firms track, right? The name
Where was Nature? Where was Nature?
You don't want to? You don't want to?
Nature, look, you gotta understand, Nature was a replacement rapper in the first place. He did not need to be on this.
Yeah, he's not in the Firm. So
he should have been on it.
Now Omega.
Cormega.
Hold on. Can I stop you right there? Can I stop you right there, Keith? Can we just please give Cormega a shout out for rapping on beat the whole time during that point?
His verse was phenomenal, though.
Yeah, his verse was dope. And it was on beat the whole time.
It's Nas, AZ, Cormega,
and Foxy.
And fucking Foxy, yo. That song
talk
to
about
me,
talk about Foxy. Talk about Foxy.
So
she was getting ready to shut the fuck up.
Damn.
Can I thanks for
Damn,
the
really, motherfucker. Really.
people talk about we've talked about this whole time. Shut the fuck up. All y'all. Shut up. Finger up. Brown skin finger up.
Oh shit.
Baby,
let's not get on the finger.
Baby. Hey, no, look, out of respect, I'm muting everybody for you. Go ahead.
No, you don't have to mute everybody. I want them to be able to chime in. But anyway, so we talked this whole time about evolution and not evolution. Well, yeah, evolution and growth. Foxy's verse didn't grow at all. Her verse could have been back on a song that she had back in 1995, like for real. And it just, I mean, and she wasn't the, was she the last? No, Nas was last on that song, right?
No,
I think Foxy was last.
She was anchored.
Foxy
she killed the entire song for me, like really. And people are calling for a firm reboot, not for me. Like her shit was all about pussies and pussy's wet, and I'd say this and a glock and the pussy. When everyone else's verse on that song was about how they've grown, like it, not even how they've grown, but that they've grown, how their life is now, and what their life is about, and what their focus is. And Inga Marchand has a whole kid, and she's still rapping about pussy.
Oh damn! You went to the government.
Whoa.
Damn.
Whoa.
It really dulled the song for me. That song could have been so much better. It was fire. It was fire until that last fucking verse, and then it just tanked for me.
It sounded super dated. It sounded super dated because she used La Familia. She used La Familia like 9 times. I was like, yo, don't use La Familia. No one has used La Familia since 2002. Like, stop. Like, yo, that the mob verse, like the mafioso verses.
No. We're no longer doing Cosa Nostra verses.
But did you notice one thing though? Okay, did you notice one thing that AZ, which I loved AZ's verse, and AZ does what AZ always does, which is outshine Nas. He always, and that's the one thing I've always loved about AZ. AZ is always, and like I said, once again, I'm a huge Nas fan. That is, on my Mount Rushmore, he is the top. AZ always outshines him on the track. And it was beautiful to hear that again. It was beautiful to hear Cormega back with the crew together again and sounding the way he did. He sure did.
He learned how to rap on beat.
All right.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But look, ladies and gentlemen, well, first, Key, look, thank you for beautiful verses. Okay.
You're welcome.
And lady,
I'm hip hop mom. Nas came out with an album.
Course.
What else am I gonna talk about?
Exactly. And ladies and gentlemen, I will also want to thank you, of course, for joining us on Straight to Tape. Like we always say, like, subscribe, but just as important or more important, share the show. Yo, we out here trying to be your favorite podcast. Expose it to your friends, expose it to your family. Let them know, hey, this shit is hot. Y'all need to check it out. So definitely, please share. Definitely check us out on all of our podcasting platform, because we have the live version and we have the audio version that you can catch on Google Podcasts, that you can check on SoundCloud, that you can check on Stitcher, Radio Public, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts for all them motherfucking Apple Podcasts.
Man, you didn't have to do that, man. You didn't even have to go there.
Do what?
You didn't even have to go there, bro.
Do what, nigga? Do what?
You know what I'm saying? Why you always? It's always Android niggas jumping on and slandering iPhone people.
Watch your mouth.
You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Always,
I ain't slandering nothing.
Always some old closet
what slander are you talking about, bro?
Some old hating nigga. You upgraded your phone. Why you still mad, bro?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got a brand new Android phone. What you mad for?
Chance to come over.
Yo, why you Tina Marie and me right now? Why you square business in public? What the fuck,
honestly,
yo? You know what
honestly, when I meet a new dude and it comes through and he's got text messages instead of iMessages,
it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
No, it's not a wrap. I'm a little disappointed though.
Yeah, I feel you. Trust me, I feel you.
Hey, that's that snob. Yo, that's that snob shit I was talking about. Yo,
you get extra points for for having iMessage. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yo, big man. Look, show some love to the comment section, my man.
I'm gonna show some love to all the people in the comment section that have iPhones. Okay. Nah, man. No. Everybody that came through, regardless of whether you have an Android or not, I'll be, slightly disappointed in you. But no, you get love nonetheless. Thank you, Latricia came through. Candace, the homie Sam, as always. Justin popping in. You know what I'm saying? Who else came through? Lynn, Jeremy. Jazz, thanks, man. My man Jimmy checked in earlier. I wonder if he's still around. Thurman, he was early on the check-in. Terrence, who else? Jonathan, Candace, of course, she's part of the usual gang. My man Greg, who else came through, man?
Thurman.
Karsten came through. Who?
Thurman.
Yeah, I said Thurman already.
Yeah. Welcome aboard, Thurman. Welcome aboard, my man.
Hey, Latricia said Team iPhone. Yeah, she gets extra points off rip. There you go. There you go. Lynn, that's right, Lynn. Don't let that first message come in green.
Don't let it come in green.
That first message comes in green. It's just, oh my gosh, these texts are not going to be fun at all.
Ass motherfucker. Shit, that's some. Yo, this some charcuterie style snarb.
Hey,
I got you, baby. I got you back up.
That's right. Hey, listen, don't trip on the charcuterie, okay? All right.
Charcuterie.
Okay. All right.
Yo,
we bougie with our olives and fine cheeses, okay? All right.
Yo, Bishop. Yo, what can we expect this Wednesday night on Intelligently Ratchet?
Pure big dick Android energy. That's what's going on. That right there is how it's going down. Big dick Android energy. You keep on messing around with these dudes out here that can't hit the bottom because they got iPhones. They so y'all out here making emojis. We ain't got time for that over here. You know what we got doing over here on Android side? Making moves. We doing business.
You just mad because you can't make emojis, nigga. Y'all shit look like all digital.
Unlimited storage, nigga. Unlimited storage.
Thank you. Limited storage. Thank you.
What is you storing on? You ain't storing nothing on there.
We ain't got to buy no storage. Unlimited storage, nigga.
My phone is already 256 gigs, nigga. I mean, it works for me. Okay.
I got a terabyte.
And you ain't using a quarter of this shit. Get out of here.
Guess what?
Get out of here.
And our shit smells better. You know what I'm saying? Every time you charge your Android up, guess what it smells like in your house? French toast. You know what I'm saying? You out here, you know what I mean? You old vegan farting iPhones. I'm gonna tell you
Guess what? Your shit smell like French toast all the time because y'all niggas crackheads when it comes to charge.
When I'm gonna tell you this right here, I'm gonna tell you, shut up, because your leader is dead. Your leader is dead, and we're still alive. Our leader's still alive. You know what I'm saying?
This shit lasts all day long on a battery, my nigga. All day I could come home and still have 50%, while y'all sitting around talking about, yo, man, who got a charger?
You know what? Them iPhones sure do look like a damn galaxy.
You know what?
If I'm not mistaken, there was a lawsuit.
And you're mistaken because these came out first looking like this, and then here comes Galaxy.
Y'all didn't have the cameras.
They didn't. They got sued.
Y'all didn't have the 3 cameras. You know what I'm saying? Messing up people that got that. What's the name of the phobia? That they don't like people with the holes and stuff.
Trip said that I have that. And
and guess what? Look at the back of your phone, and I hope you get sad.
I have that tryptophobia. And
you got tryptophobia, right?
Yeah, the iPhone doesn't do it for me.
It doesn't do exactly. So guess what I'm saying is this right here. Thank you. Intelligent Ratchet every Wednesday. It's like this. If Straight to Tape was a straight lace show, guess what? We be the drug dealing cousins. Come on over to Intelligent Ratchet. Kia'll be there so she could actually let her hair down, and she cuts us even more. And one time she even voted for Joe Buttons for the primary.
No, I didn't. I logged off. I logged off before the app.
Hey Bishop. Hey, Bishop.
Fucking no.
Don't let me get your ass.
No,
Don't let me get your ass this afternoon, nigga.
Huh?
Don't let me catch you in the street this afternoon, nigga.
No,
listen, I won't. And I smoked a cigar too. You took too long. I smoked the shit. I smoked the shit out of it. I was like,
I thought about that. I said Bishop smoked that shit already, nigga.
I'm gonna call you a Native American giver.
Lord.
Native American giver.
Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, yeah, Wednesday nights, make sure you're checking out Intelligently Ratchet, hosted by my man, our favorite permanent guest host, Bishop Omega. Shouts out to Big Just, shouts out to Phenomenal, shouts out to Candace, and of course, shouts out to the quintessential hip hop mom, Keisha with a Y. She's making the show better. Anyway, thank you for joining us today on Straight to Tape.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Of course, we're gonna be back. We're gonna be back in the fold next week. So please enjoy. Please, once again, as I always say, like, subscribe, and follow. And as always, for the comedian, the professional joke slanger Tico de Gallo.
Yo, fuck iPhones, fuck Androids, old school Motorola nigga.
You are
old school motor. Look at the joint. Look at the
bring out old school Motorola.
Watch the joint, yo. Even though
I think we had this phone war before. I thought I had a phone right here.
Even though it takes me like 30 minutes to text, I'm coming to see you because you have to go like A, B, C, got to hit the numbers, to get the letters.
Yo, the only
take me
people
longer to text you, but
listen,
damn it, I'll never drop a
still
call.
rock those phones are human traffickers. That's a human trafficking plus. Throw that shit up.
Burner. That's a burner. You got a burner, yo. You got a burner phone.
You got a burner. And the first lady of S2T, the quintessential hip hop mom. Why?
This ain't no burner. This is one of the first corded keyboards.
I need that because I believe that's the only way I can get in contact with Tom Hanks. I need that.
Hey, bye. Enjoy what you enjoy because you enjoy it and give a fuck about what everybody else says. Focus on what makes you happy.
Right.
You have a little news, but for the most part, in these day and ages, consume your news and then like 80-20, just like a diet. 80% of the time, you consume what makes you happy. 20% of the time, you consume the bullshit that you have to be an informed citizen. So,
or just watch Straight to Tape. We'll figure it out and give it to you.
Yeah, we give it
not to be outdone.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Not to be outdone.
There it is.
Motorola two-way page me.
He got the black joint too.
I'm a hustler, baby.
Wow.
Anyway.
And as always, our social media assassin, Mr. Number One, Rob Maximus.
Hey man, thank y'all for coming through. As always, the pleasure has been yours. Nah, man, thank you for coming through. We love y'all, man. Like, share, subscribe, man. Trying to be your favorite podcast, so you know what I'm saying. Help us do that. Help us do that.
Help you.
And as always, your man C. Perry Elise II. As always, ladies and gentlemen, let's get involved. Let's stay informed, and let's get active. We're out.